Welcome back, everybody. Derek Sue, your 2022 Oakland mayoral candidate. Yesterday, I had a visitor from Canada. It was actually CBC, which is the Canadian Broadcasting Company. It's related to, well, much like our PBS. This is the Canadian version of PBS. And so they came in to talk about homelessness. And it was interesting that homelessness in Canada is drastically different than what I toured them around Oakland here yesterday, and they were absolutely shocked at how people can live, but yet in one of the tours they were absolutely amazed that on the waterway we had so much poverty on one side of the waterway, people living in broken RVs, broken trailers, tents, boxes, and then right across the Oakland estuary in Alameda, we had multimillionaires in homes, and they had boats sitting on the dock of their boathouse for that home that sits there next to the water. And they were just astounded by the difference and how that they can coexist so close to each other. And one of the things that I really got from the reporter's name was Emilie, and she was just shocked at how our government can allow people to live like this and in total poverty. And we did a tour of my camp, and we talked about some issues here. We visited some of my fellow communities, and we visited them and talked with some folks. It was very eye-opening for them. And then when I started asking about their homelessness, mind you, they came in from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. They said homelessness is very different back there because you can't live out there, especially in the winters. In the winter, your temperature highs are still in the negative numbers, and so it makes it impossible for folks to truly live outdoors. Even with a lot of heat going, it is very difficult. And so they have affordable housing programs up there that actually keep people housed in homes year-round. And she was explaining some of those differences, and it's just amazing that yes, Canada is a very socialist country, but then they don't have the crime, they don't have the homeless like what we have here. The homeless that they deal with are those that are truly, truly mentally ill, and they work at getting them the treatments that they need, or the highly addicted who are so out of their mind that they don't really know who and where they're at. That's what she was letting me know about the homeless out there, because during the winter, those that are outdoors end up dying out there, and so that's why nobody wants to be outdoors and nobody wants to be homeless in Canada. And Canada, again, like I said, I was truly surprised with some of the programs that they have available, and some of them are even much like what I'm talking about with my PATH plan. So it was a very interesting conversation, and seeing how other countries deal with homelessness, because there's some form of homelessness or unhoused situation in practically every country. But here in a first world country, to see people living in worse conditions than third world countries is what Emilie was talking about, and it's truly amazing. and she sees a lot. So anyway, next week I'm going to be on CBC in Canada on CBC TV. And so she was going to give me the link and the time that it's going to air next week on CBC. So it was a very interesting working with Emilie and CBC to help them understand homelessness. And obviously Oakland is a hub of homelessness, and so a lot of folks are looking at what the Bay Area is doing, and especially here in Oakland. So anyway, I'll keep you advised as to when that might air, or when it does air next week, and hopefully you're able to watch it. Because I don't know how I'm going to be able to watch it, but I'm going to tune in. She's going to give me a link. I'll probably be able to share that link with you. So if that happens, be sure tune back, and I'll have that in the comment section. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back.